3, 2, 1, going live on TikTok. Hey Kim, how you doing? How's the sound? Good morning. Hey Jacob, good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. How you doing? Good. Okay. Good deal. I did a little change up. Hey Jacob, how's your day going? Got by. Did our Veterans Day stuff yesterday. It is Wednesday, the middle of the week, hump day. Cowboy just joined. Hey Cowboy, how's it going, buddy? How's the weather? Cowboy's been busy. He hadn't been on last few mornings. Cowboy, what have you been up to? So a couple of things. Ed's on YouTube. Hey, thanks. So I did something last night that I wasn't planning on doing. I'd seen somewhere yesterday, and I guess I'm pretty sure TikTok sent it to me, and that they had updated their TikTok Live studio application. And because I tried it once before, the yellow dinosaur just joined. Thank you for joining. Good morning. If it's your first time here, let us know where you're from. And anyway, so I thought, well, let me download it again and put it on the computer and check it out. Because the first time I tried it and I actually used it on a couple of lives, I wasn't very impressed with it. It was too busy. Wasn't Mofo. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for joining this morning. Giovanni just joined. Hey, Giovanni. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. Anyway, so the software wasn't very good, and it wasn't user friendly, and just a bit confusing. So I just went back to using streaming the lives from the phone. And then, couple of weeks ago, I started checking the ability to stream from both. Sorry. I always forget to hit that mic. You can hear me now, Mona Guide, can't you? I always remember to put the mic on for the phone, and I forget to turn the mic on there. We got you. Thanks. Good. Thank you. What? Anyway, so I downloaded the software last night and opened it up, and I needed to test it before this morning, so I did. I went live last night, and of course, Morning God jumped on right off the bat, and put his punch in like, hey, old man, what are you doing up this time of night? You should be in bed, that kind of stuff. And so, and then, one thing led to another, and I ended up being live for probably an hour. But it was good because it allowed me to test the software, and I like it better because I can, like type messages on my keyboard. And most of the viewers seem to be coming from TikTok. So I thought maybe I would do that. I like it better. I like the software pretty good. I like having it right here in front of me. It's easier. Giovanni, where are you from? Well, let's see if he's still with us. If he is, maybe he'll tell us where he's from. I'm really glad to see a new face from YouTube, though. That's definitely, we want to bring in more people. But this new software, it has a lot of features that I won't use because I'm not a gamer. Thank you for joining the fan club. I appreciate that. That's doing really well. I think I looked at it last night. There's like 50 something people that have joined. So thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it. And Chris, hey Chris, how's it going, man? Harry jumped on last night. He was asking about you. And I couldn't remember. I didn't see you yesterday. I figured you were tied up doing something or had to leave early or whatever. Glad you were okay and been out of pocket. I figured that's what it was. I figured they had you on the road working or doing something, but good. Glad to see you back. We have a new visitor. Tingling, man. Come on, man. Oh, what do you look for in a husband? I don't look for husbands. Sorry. Thanks for joining. I appreciate that. So we've got 2 new visitors. I mean, thank you for joining me here on Morning Coffee Talk. We're just talking and visiting with people. We're just I thought I was being pranked. No, you weren't being pranked. Mofo said he thought he was being pranked last night. I was like, yeah, no. Do you always have the camera sideways? I like it. So I haven't had it sideways, and that was the other thing is I like it sideways. It just shows more of the background and me, and I just like the view better. So it's already been out of pocket. Good. Fell asleep. Oh my God, fell asleep. Right. And Jimmy D's here this morning too. We've been missing him too. His old boss is a slave driver. Batman versus Superman. Hello, good morning. What's going on? Well, we're talking about streaming from YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Yesterday, we spent the morning celebrating a Veterans Day. WD-40, the only product that's never been pinned. Yeah, right. Working outside today. Oh, that might be a little cold, Jimmy D. Outside. Colin McPhail just joined on YouTube. Good morning. Thank you for joining us, Colin. I appreciate it. Anyway, so we're talking about the TikTok Live Studio software, and that I tried it and actually went live and ended as a test, and it worked out good. And so I decided to stream YouTube from my phone and TikTok from the computer, and that works. And so far, it looks like it's doing good. You know, my initial thought, hey, Colin, Dingling Man, Batman versus Superman, let us know where y'all are from. What state are you from? Thank you for joining too. I appreciate that. Don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe. We're here every morning, Monday through Friday, 5:45 a.m. I know that's an early start, but we got a good group of people going and regulars that come back. So we just start the day with a cup of coffee, and then we just talk about whatever we want to talk about. Current events, I hear. So anyway, that's what I was doing last night. And I like using the TikTok software on the computer screen. It is greatly improved, and I've already seen a couple of more emails. You're from Prince Edward Island, Canada. All right. I have some friends up there. Not in Prince Island, but in Canada that I work with. Eastern, okay, Eastern North Carolina. I love North Carolina. It's great. I'm broadcasting from Texas, but we have people from Illinois. Cowboy, remind me, what state are you in? Cowboy joined. I hope he didn't have to go out on the messing with the cows first thing this morning. He joined. He said, "Hey," and I haven't heard from him. So he might have had to go get something ready in the barn or something. I don't know. Samuel Edits said hi. Hey, Samuel. Thank you for joining from YouTube. I appreciate that. So just so everybody knows that's on YouTube, I'm streaming live from YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Next door to me, LOL. Yeah, hate missing it off for y'all. I know. We have a good time having coffee. So, you know, it's okay. You can ask any questions you like, especially if you're new here and you haven't ever joined. I always like to, know kind of where you're from, maybe what kind of work you do. You don't have to get really detailed, but, I work in technology. Ed, one of our regulars, is a Lutheran minister. Chris Calcop is his handle, is a Texas peace officer. Then we have Jimmy D. He owns his own business. We have Mowing God. He owns his own business up in Maine. We have Cowboy. I always want to say I think he's in Iowa. And he works on a ranch there, cowboying. And so, yeah, we have a wide range of people. Got a guy called Ranger that joins us regularly. And so, yeah, Harry is our rice farmer from Arkansas. He actually jumped on the live and he wanted me to send Ed a message, and he was supposed to have emailed me his email address, but I'm not seeing that it came through, or I don't know. I'll have to look for it. Hey, Ed, can you do like you did last week? I'm sorry. Excuse me, everybody. We have a live Bible study, men's Bible study on Thursday nights at 6:30. Ed leads it out of Illinois. And Ed, you sent me the notes last week, and I just missed them. I didn't even see them, but I think that's great. And so if you have time, maybe could you send them again today so that I can look over them, or sometime today, tonight, whenever it's convenient for you. And then that way I have time to look over them before we do that. And everybody here is welcome to join the Bible study. It's a men's Bible study. Ed leads. It's on Thursday night at 6:30, and it does go live on TikTok. Currently, that's the only place that live is running. Samuel, okay, Batman, huh? You paint cars for a living. Wow. You know that I always thought that was a super talent to have. Can you imagine? Because when I was growing up, my first vehicle, and a lot of people's first vehicles are old. Mine was an old Chevy truck, a 1965. Had more rust than paint on it, but through high school, I completely refurbed it from the frame up. And luckily my dad had somebody he knew that owned a body shop that painted it for me. But I've watched people paint cars, and of course now you can watch it done on TV, but it's a real art. If you're able to paint like that, I'm like, wow. And it's hard work too, but I could see where it'd be really rewarding. Thanks for letting me know that, Batman. Can I just call you Batman? I worked with a guy. What was his name? It's probably been 10 years ago, but we still keep up periodically. And everybody called him Batman. So when I saw that Batman versus Superman, I thought, oh, that's pretty good. So I'll just call you Batman because that's easy to remember. So let me ask all of the people here on YouTube that have joined, do any of you have a YouTube channel? Do you create content? Anything like that? Just like in the comments, yes, no. Because what I always do is on TikTok, I tell everybody, and I'll tell you too, if I have a YouTube page, it's Dave's Shop. You can see the link in, in the bio, which you're on YouTube. So like, share, follow, all those fun things. Put in your comments. And I'll go check out your channels at the same time and do the same for you. I always like to know if somebody creates content, especially on YouTube. I mean, on TikTok too, because, I'm always looking for new content to watch. Maybe Batman so Batman doesn't have a YouTube channel. That's okay. I was hoping he was going to say, yeah, I have some videos of me painting cars. I was like, yes, I want to go check it out, but that's okay. Well, that's fine. Colin McPhail, stepping away for a moment. Okay, that's great. Thank you for letting us know. Thanks for the update. Colin from Canada, what do you do? Sorry, I'm just looking through the notes here. I don't want to miss anybody. I want to give everybody. I know what Kim does. Kim's a longtime friend. Ed says, hey, so Ed has a YouTube channel and a TikTok channel. And also leads a Lutheran church there in Northern Illinois. He has a podcast. He has a great radio voice. He's done some radio. Like I said, he does have a podcast on season 5. So that's always fun. I paint stripes. Jimmy D said he's a painter. He paints stripes. When you say that, Jimmy, are you talking about like parking lot stripes, that type of stuff? We're not talking about like graffiti on the walls and stuff. Perfect. Hey, Ed, what I'm going to do too is I'll send you an email, hopefully. Okay, you sent it to me. I'll find, well, like I said, Harry said he was going to send me his email address because he wanted to be on he didn't know if you kept a list, but he wanted to be added to it. So I'll, sometime today, I'll track him down, and he's probably in the field planting rice or what else did he say he grows? When it's not rice, it was something else. I don't think it was soybean, but sorghum. I don't know. Wheat. I can't remember what he said. He only has like 2 crops that he plants. So I did put up a new sign early this morning. Like, I don't know why, but I was awake at like 3 o'clock this morning, wide awake, and I was like, wow, why am I so awake? I got back in the bed, laid down, thought maybe I could go to sleep tossed and turned for about an hour. And at 4 o'clock, I just said, I got to get up. So I got up at 4, and I hope nobody called the cops on me because I went for a walk around the block, just enjoying the quiet and dark and morning air. And surprisingly, I wouldn't think this, but I ran across like 3 joggers that are out running at 4 o'clock in the morning. And you know me, hell, I'm doing good to get around the block walking. So anyway, I was surprised, but yeah, they had the reflective vest on. I think one of them was two or three of them were running. One of them was, and then there was somebody on a bicycle. So yeah. Batman says he's been painting ever since he was 17. Really? Well, you know, my dad had a lifelong friend, and he was a body man. And that's that. I mean, he didn't just paint, he ended up managing body shops, but he started out from the bottom, and that was his whole career. And I want to tell you, some of the stuff that I saw them do and how they repaired cars, it's amazing how they can, you know, blend the paint, make it look like there's never even been a scratch on it. Gotham, good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. I appreciate it. First time here, let us know where you're from, what state you're from, maybe what kind of work you do. And so let me ask the new people that have joined the talk show this morning. Did you just did it just pop up and you thought maybe you'd give it a look, or have you seen some of the videos I post? I've posted some videos talking about Morning Coffee Talk Live and inviting people to join us. I also do a question of the day that I post across 3 platforms. So I didn't know if any of you had seen any of those videos, or if, you know, what brought you or attracted you to the live stream today. And I'm just being nosy because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. Oh man, Colin from Canada is a home builder. Man, that's great. Thanks, Colin. I appreciate that. You know, I actually, I was a construction manager and built homes for a national builder for probably 2 years. And then the market went south and they laid us all off. But I used to work for Lennar Homes, and I was a construction manager for them. I learned a lot. You know, I got an opportunity. I went to work for them after I was in business for myself in the coffee business for a few years, and partner and I split, and then I went to work for Lennar. They were booming, building houses, and didn't have enough construction guys. And I don't really have what I call a construction background, but I've been around you know, home builders and handy guys. So I actually started out doing some of their warranty work, and then within a few months, I guess they figured out I could read plans. So if I could read the plans, I could manage the vendors. And I didn't actually physically build the house. I just managed all the vendors that built the house. And so, yeah. So Colin has his own company, 30 years. Wow. I tell you, that's, you know, that can be a really lucrative business. So Colin, let me ask you, you build custom homes then? So you're not, and you know, of course, Lennar is what I call a track home builder. And you don't see those type of builders in all the states, because like I tell everybody, you know, you come to Texas and just look off the side of the road and there's, you know, 1,000 acres there with nothing on it. And they'll come in and develop that property and put, you know, 600 homes in there. But a custom builder, you know, is kind of predicated on someone buying property, and then I'm sorry, I got distracted. Yeah. So yeah. Everybody wants him to email those out. Yeah, great. So yeah, so he does do, Colin does custom homes, some to sell. Okay. But usually custom home builders, at least the ones I've ever dealt with, is sometimes they'll have a few lots that they own and they'll sell the lot and do the custom home build too at the same time. And other times the buyer will have purchased their own property and they contract with a custom builder to build the home. So it can be a pretty stressful job. Okay, all right. So he does both custom and he just builds some for directly sales. Just flipping through the live, first time seeing you. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. I just so everybody knows, I'm always glad when new people are joining. Kind of give you a little quick update. I've been working in technology for the last 16 years, and our company did a reorg. And so at the end of the year, I'll be done. I was, I guess, pushed into retirement. And I've been playing and doing social media since 2019. It's always just been a side gig, but I'm going to give it at least 6 months full time and see where it takes me. I like doing social media, and so we'll see where it takes us. So far, doing lives, I really enjoy. I enjoy that more than just making videos. Even though I do make product videos, I'm an affiliate. I don't sell anything on my lives because that's not why I do lives. I do lives for two things, really selfish things too, I would say. I do lives because I want to build my followers, one. Two, I'm selfish because I like meeting new people. Because you never know who you're going to meet. I've met characters, people with character, mentors, and so you just never know who you're going to meet. And technology allows us to be able to, just like you're in Canada. If we didn't have technology, we wouldn't be talking right now. You wouldn't be on the live, and so I just think it's neat. I enjoy it, and I enjoy meeting new people and hearing, what kind of work they do, where they live, just all kinds of things. And so, that's why I do what I do. And so, at the end of the year, and that was my subject, guys. I got so excited that I have 5 people on YouTube that joined the live this morning. Yay. So that's a good thing. And not to take away from anybody on TikTok, because without you guys, this would not be possible at all. When I first started, I started on TikTok. I got 1 or 2 people. Ed was my very first supporter, and he's kept me on the straight and narrow since, and been, Chris, Cal Cop, and Jimmy D, and I've met some really nice people, and they're great supporters. So if you are on YouTube but you do have TikTok, go check those guys out, because they've got some great videos. On TikTok, they're usually short, so it's not going to take a ton of your time, but go check us out. And, check out Ed. I don't think Chris has a YouTube. I don't know, but I know Ed does. He is on YouTube, so you can go check out his stuff too. If you like podcasts, go check out his podcast, Reflection. It's on Apple and Spotify. And you can just search Reflection, Ed Blonsky, and pick that up. Okay, let's see here. Still figuring out TikTok. Okay, so Chris does not have a YouTube page. He's only on TikTok. And I always like this. Sorry, everybody's going to work. Um, I like it because, yeah, just leave it open. Chris says he's barely figuring out TikTok. Dude, he's got it down. Go check out his videos. Go. Trust me when I tell you, TikTok is safe. They're not trying to steal your information that I know of. And if they stole mine, they probably wouldn't find out anything. So anyway, go check out Cow Cop. He's got a lot of great videos. If you like horses, Chris is up in the panhandle of Texas. He shows some, he's got a whole pack of horses there, and it's great. Anyway, go check out his videos. He's got some good content there. Let's see. So here's what I wanted to talk about today. And like I said, I got so excited that we have new people joining from YouTube, and that just makes me so happy. I was beginning to wonder. My granddaughter told me, Papa, nobody goes to lives from YouTube. And I'm like, I don't believe that. I believe people do join lives from YouTube. But after a week or so of only one of my really good friends joining on YouTube, I was like, well, maybe she's right. So thank you for proving her wrong, and I'll get to do the I told you. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about. Let me get over here to this. So here's what I have planned, and I talked some last night about it while I was testing the software. I'm going to continue to do the morning show because I really like it, and I'm a morning person. But I'm also planning to do a live, and I'm thinking like around 7 p.m. because that gives people time to get home, have some supper, maybe take a breath or two, and then join a live. Then join the live. So that was my thought process. So what I don't have, and I haven't laid it out yet, is I don't have a name like I do for the live I do in the morning coffee talk. So I have used technology once again to kind of give me some ideas. But what I wanted to do is run it by everybody and have people message me or vote. So I'm going to get, what I was going to do today is I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ideas. And this is, I'm trying to make this easy as possible. Copy. I'm going to paste it right there. Enter. Let's see, did y'all get all of them? Well, it didn't list them. Dang it. So, and I'll tell you on YouTube what they are because I don't type very quick that way. So one of the ideas is the 7 p.m. check-in. The second is 7 o'clock live. 7 o'clock live vibe is one of them. And then the nightly 7, nightly 7, primetime 7. And God, let me redo this. This is, so the first one is, so what I want you to do is I want you to put between 1 and 3 in the comments, just the number. So either a 1 or a 3. 1, you don't really, or 3, yeah, that's a pretty good one. So the first one is the 7 p.m. check-in. And so in the comments, put the number 1 or 3, whatever you think. And I'll wait a second. I like the wind down. Yeah. 1, Kimberly likes 1. Colin, what do you think? Batman, what do you think? Put your answer in the comments. Okay. Where's all my TikTok people? Where are they? Just sleep over here? Okay. Yeah, Chris said that. Okay, so here's the second one. The second one is 7 o'clock live vibe. 7 o'clock live vibe. 1 or a 3 or 2, whatever you want. 1, 2, 3. Let me know what you think about that one. Kim gives it a 1, 2. Kim's giving everything. Yeah. I'm kind of like, I mean, those don't make me want to jump out and run around either. The third one is the nightly 7. The nightly 7. I'm only a morning person. Oh, that's funny. Kim says, I'm only a morning person. That's okay. You could still have you can have a opinion, and that's really what I'm trying to. So the next one is prime time 7. And then the last one for today is a 7 p.m. wind down. I can't really join that time. Thursday's Bible study. Yeah, I know. I would definitely have to make other, or family time. I agree. I mean, nothing's set in stone at this time. I'm just trying to think about, do it earlier? I've even thought about like, well, so I just don't know what the best time is. I'm thinking, do we do it at lunchtime, 12 to 1? Do we do it because let's face it, I'm not going to have a job. I can probably do whatever time works the best. I'm just trying to come up with the name. It doesn't have to be 7 p.m. It could be 12 to 1. It could be 12:30 to 1:30. It could be 3 to 4. I know everybody, different people work. Some people could maybe still join in the morning, and other people that don't join in the afternoon. So, but really at this point, I'm just trying to come up with something that I would name it, if it was, and this just happens to be because I put it in AI just for some ideas. Another one was the late night hangout. If I start at 7, that'd be 8. By the time I got through, so it'd be 8:30 or so. Again, I'm really flexible, but I want to do it when it's most convenient for everybody else too. Then there's the unwind with me, the after hours chat. To me, after hours chat would tell me that'd be something that came on at 9 o'clock at night, maybe. The evening escape, that could be a 7 or 8 o'clock deal. I like this one. Night Owls Assembly. That would be something like it start at 10 o'clock probably. I hadn't even had time to look at all of these. I'm slightly scanning over them. No, I don't like that. The daily download. Yeah, the daily download. Yeah, that could kind of go. That could be an afternoon or evening deal. 7 Heaven Alive. 7 Heaven Live. No. The 7 Cents. No. The Sundown Stream. No. Let's get this evening started. Nah. Okay, well, it's going to have to be something else because I don't like any of those. However, I do really want everybody's input. The morning show is going to continue. I like the morning show. I just want to add to it. And if you are the morning show group and in a different group, can join either in the afternoon or in the evening. But you're right. The only thing that I'm I'm thinking that the 7 o'clock won't work is because I do Bible study on Thursday nights, and that's from 6:30 to 7:30. And usually after that, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of done for the day. And so that when that's over, so even if I did a 7 o'clock show, I'd have to not do it on Thursday nights. And so I really try to pick a time. I might, back it up and maybe do a 3 to 4 or maybe a 4 to 5, because that's usually when people are getting home or going home. Or can you set your phone so it's right above or below your desktop camera? Meaning I appreciate blocking Thursday. Yes. Oh yeah. I wasn't going to miss that. So, so Ed, you were saying that the phone is, can you set the phone so it's right above or below your desktop camera? Oh, is the desktop camera picking it up? I don't see it. Yeah, that's a bad thing, is my tripod doesn't go any lower than I have it. Let me see if I can go up. Let's do this. But when I sit down, is that better, Ed? Is that what you were talking about? Talking about the, oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, what? I agree with you, Ed. It's not the very best. I'm hoping to keep 5-4. Yeah, I'm keeping the morning. So nobody worry. The morning show is going nowhere. I'm just going to add a show. And if you're busy and you can't come to that one, I fully understand. That you're right. How can I do that? What would be great is, I wonder if, so I moved, hang on guys, if I'm moving, I want to move. All right, do this here. So what I just did was I'm looking so what I was doing, unfortunately, I wasn't thinking about that, but that was a good thanks for the heads up on that. I was looking to my right, watching the messages come in on TikTok, and I'm looking to the left and up to my phone. I have an idea though. I may have another. I'll have to find that stand, but I think I have another stand that is lower. This one's can stand up to like 6.5 feet or so. But you're right. I think if I could get the phone at the same level as this monitor where I'm looking at the text, then I'm not looking back and forth, and I'm looking in the same direction and can read both. And sometimes I'm just challenged. But that's a good idea, Ed. Thank you for telling me that. See, that's what I need people to do. Keep me on straight and narrow so that I don't do goofy stuff. So yeah, better. Okay, good. And I have another idea that might even be better, where I have a stand that I can put right next to the monitor, and it'll be right at the same level. Yeah, so I'm going to try that too. Thanks. I appreciate that. Anyway, so, that's a thought. Like I said, I may do it where, you know, it's a 3 to 4 or a 4 to 5 window. I want to pick a time that's, you know, kind of good because, you know, again, I'm being selfish. I want to attract some more viewers and, you know, not to disperse or make anybody that's already been here and got me where I'm at. I'm not jumping ship, that's for sure. I know where my bread's buttered. Is what my granny used to tell me. But anyway, yeah. So I just want to do that extra, and you know, I may not do it. I may not continue to do a second show. It might be too much. I don't know. But I thought maybe I might try it. But you know, I'm thinking maybe an afternoon live might do better. I don't know. I might have to look at the analytics and see what it is, see how it falls in my schedule, that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah. So let's see what else. Does anybody got anything else going today? This is like middle of the week hump day. I'm really, I was glad that, you know, I'm always glad when it gets to this day. I can tell you that the landlord that we lease our building from is providing lunch for us today. So I thought that was really nice of him. You know, it's, you know, before Thanksgiving, and he let the guys choose, you know, we took a vote. They all want barbecue. So he's having barbecue delivered to our office for lunch today. And I thought that was really kind of him. I mean, I've only met the guy that owns the property one time, and that was probably a year ago. I've talked to him on the phone a couple of times. He seems like a real nice man. Of course, he doesn't know anything about the reorg and the possibility that they're going to, I don't know what they're going to do with the lease option because there's no buyout on it. It would cost them $330,000 to buy the lease out on it. So, not my monkey, not my circus. So I'm going to stay out of it. And so I've instructed everybody not to say anything either because I figure somebody higher up will step in and take care of it, or they'll tell me when to do it. Let's see, anything else exciting going on? Let me think. Like I said, I was tickled to death that the fan club is growing, and people have sent those heart me's. I love those. I think I counted last night, it was like 52. And I thought, wow, that's phenomenal. So what else? Looking at some other avenues, you know, everybody knows that when I do retire at the end of the year, so starting in January, after the holidays, this is what I'm going to do full time. And, you know, I mean, there's other aspects other than just doing the live. And, you know, y'all see the other videos I create. Yellow Dinosaur joined again. Thank you. I have some, I'm an affiliate for Amazon, and I have a Amazon store too. So I've really neglected that, and I need to spend some time educating. That's right. Argue with what's that? Otherwise, Superman versus. I like that. Super strong idea wins overboard. Rich guy in rubber suit. So, you know, it's for me, it's different because I don't have any brothers. Right. I grew up, I have two sisters. I'm the middle child. And So I had my oldest sister is handicapped and deaf, and my youngest sister was the spoilt baby of the family, and so yeah. So and then I got married, and I only have a daughter, and she has two daughters. So I live with four women, and if you want to know why my hair, I don't have any, now you know. When you live with four women, two of them teenagers, you're not going to have any hair more than likely, and you're probably going to have lots of wrinkles. But anyway, so it's always fun. They keep things they keep things going. But I work with a guy, and he has four brothers, and he's from the Chicago area, and he's so excited yesterday. So you may have seen the video I posted. The next door neighbor, I was awakened. I was actually awake. I just hadn't gotten dressed yet. Hadn't gotten dressed yet on Sunday morning, because it was probably, I don't know, 8 o'clock, 8:30, something like that. And the Texas Bluetail Northern blew in that late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, and my phone's ringing, and I'm like, I pick up my phone. I'm like, it's the next door neighbor calling. I'm like, hope there was everything okay. Well, a big 40-foot tree in the front yard split right down the middle and ended up in his front, on his house, and cracked his windows in the front of the house, and just made a big mess. So he was panicking, so I had to do the fatherly thing, I guess, since he's about the age of my daughter, and go bail him out. He's a super tech guy, but he's not. He doesn't know how to use chainsaws or tools or any of that. So he usually comes over here, and if he has an issue. So got up, put my pants on, grabbed my gloves, went and got my chainsaw, and after a couple of hours, we had it down on the ground where it was safe. It wasn't going to fall on anybody else. And it's still in the front yard because he hadn't been able to get a tree company to come. I guess they'll shred it, grind the stump, do all that fun stuff. But I did hear him tell me how much they were quoting. Can you believe that? Listen to this. Now, like I said, it's a 40-foot tree. The trunk's probably 12, 16 inches around, maybe more than that. Wide, I mean, not around, wide. And they've been in place for 17 years. And what they are, they're what else was I going to say? I thought I was going to say Arizona ash, but that's not what they are. They got a brain fade there. But anyway, it's a softwood tree. So it's one of those trees that if you really have to prune them annually, because the limbs get so heavy on them and they're a soft wood that in high winds, they will split. Years ago, probably about 3 or 4 years living here, he had a similar tree in the same spot, and a storm came through, took it out, and he had to replace it, and he replaced it with the same kind. And this one's probably 15 years old and pretty good size. And he's got another one just like it right next to it. And they wanted, I want to say, between $5,000 and $6,000 to remove the trees and grind the stumps. And that didn't include, he has a sprinkler system, so he's got to call the sprinkler system people to come move the sprinkler lines away from the trees so they can grind the stumps. And then ripped off his rain gutters off the front of the house, damaged one corner of the roofing and facer trim that's going to have to be replaced, knocked a corner piece of his rock work off the front of the house, broke the rock work around the front flower bed, probably took out one of his shrubs. So yeah, that's what we were dealing with on Sunday morning. But I told him it was going to be okay. And he didn't realize that, I don't know if they did it in every state, but in the state of Texas, homeowners insurance used to be 1%. Your deductible was 1% of the value of your home. And that was your deductible. Well, because of claims and storms and all the stuff that's happened, the insurance companies, I think it was last year, it was either last year or year before last, raised the deductible to 2%. And that's not negotiable, that you can't buy it down or pay more for a 1% deductible. It's straight up, it's 2%. And so, you go, well, 2%, that's not much. Well, if you had a $200,000 house, your deductible went from $2,000 to $4,000. And the houses over here are valued at more than that. So he's probably going to be having to pay for that all out of his front pocket or his back pocket. So that's the things that happen in the neighborhood sometimes when we have bad weather. I'm in the same boat with you about I still have my hair. Batman said he still got his hair. Yeah. So, when I go to work, the story I was going to lead into about not having any brothers, when I go to work, there's no women in our office. It's all men. And so it's kind of like, sometimes it's like being in a locker room. But yeah, so we have fun. I guess it's my time of day that I get to not having somebody demanding I do something immediately. But yeah, so it's fun. We have fun with guys. And so I'm really probably going to miss that. But I'll adjust. I'm adjusting some now, I guess. Somebody asked me yesterday, they're like, hey, don't you think we should plan for, it was a project we were going to work on. And I was like, no. And he says, no. And I was like, and they didn't know. And I said, well, I'm not going to be here, so I won't be a part of that plan. And I don't know what y'all are going to do. So you'll have to ask somebody else. So it's sinking in, and it'll be here before you know it. And so I really have, yesterday was a good day though, because Matt, my next door neighbor, whose tree fell, and we spent Sunday morning, instead of going to church, we spent Sunday morning taking care of his emergency tree issue. He works for a local school district, and he's in technology. And he had, and me, of course, we talked, so he knew what was going on. And I was able to, I asked him, I said, hey, are you going to have any positions open? And just happened to be, he has 2 positions open. And I've got 2 guys that are, crazily looking for a new job. And so I was able to get them, they don't have any guarantees they're going to get a job, but the jobs that he has are very close to the same pay rate that they're making. And he did promise me that he would at least get them a face-to-face interview. So keep your fingers crossed that they get picked. I don't know how many people will be applying for that job, but that was kind of some good news. And I wrote them, some kudos, as a recommendation for that. So I'm hoping that works out. One of the other guys did get another job offer, or is fixing to be offered the job. That's what he was told. And unfortunately, it's about a $25,000 pay cut, and he's not sure that he can survive that. But, you know, what's my granny always said, better have half a hog than no hog at all. But that still doesn't make your car payment. So, yeah. So I'm what would really make me happy is that knowing that when we leave that they have new jobs to go to, or that they have a job with our existing company, because they've applied for some jobs there too. But right now we just, everything's kind of in limbo and nobody knows. Hey, Lloyd, how's it going? Yeah. So that was my Tuesday, and today, like I said, their landlord's bringing us lunch. So I'm hoping for a good, positive day. It's Wednesday. Everybody be thinking about, if you come up with any ideas, you can send me an email or message me, or we can talk about it in the morning again, and y'all can help me pick the name. I'm going to do some more research about maybe, I don't know if there's sometime like on YouTube, you can go look at analytics on your channel, and you can see when most people are watching or viewing your content. And so you can try to post new content about that same time or in that time frame to maximize your views, or at least that's what they tell you. And so I know TikTok also has some analytics. I don't know if it tells you that, but I'll be continuing to do some research and hopefully pick a good time that even though maybe everybody that's on the morning can't join, maybe it'll attract some new viewers and we can convert them over to the morning show too. So thank you. It's 6:46, so I'm right on schedule. Thank you everybody for joining me, listening to me. I hope I'm not too boring. I'm so tickled to death though. We got some new viewers popped in on YouTube. I'm gonna take Ed's advice. I'm gonna try to find something that's a little lower profile even. I have the phone as low as it'll go, but I'm still having to kind of look up. And so I think I have another stand where I can, lower it even better and put it closer to the monitor. So yeah, I'm gonna try that and see how that works. If it was up to me, I'd have TikTok on one monitor, and I have two monitors, and they're just like right face to face. It would be great if I could have TikTok here, YouTube here, and I guess I could. I just have to have two separate computers to do it. Never thought about that. Wouldn't that be crazy that you have one computer that you run your TikTok on and another computer that you're running your YouTube on, but you could then get it on the screen next to each other. Well, things that we figure out. You never know. So everybody have a great Wednesday. Go do something kind for somebody. You never know how that's going to affect them. And I will see everybody back here in the morning, 5:45 a.m. on Thursday for some more fun coffee and chat. Thank you, everybody, for supporting me and joining me in the mornings. I appreciate it. It makes my day. Everybody have a great and wonderful day. And that's pretty good on YouTube. I don't even know how to turn it off. How about that? Because I went to the phone today. How do I end the live? There's no create. I don't want to share it. I guess you just hit this X. Thank you, everybody on YouTube. I appreciate you.